What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. I apologize for all of the freedom that you might hear while we're doing this video, but I literally just got done with orthopedics today. So y'all that have been giving me the well wishes and stuff on my knee, I will be doing an update on TK's Garage too. So go subscribe over there if you haven't already. But without further ado, I've had a lot of people asking me about the Clean Air Act and when was this new CRA, or when were these CRAs going to be proposed? And there's several that got proposed today, but one of them would specifically affect Section 203A3, defeat devices. Oh yeah. So like I said, I apologize for all the freedom that you might hear while we're getting this video in today, but I couldn't wait, man. I wasn't going to wait till I could get home. I'm waiting on some wonderful prescriptions from my orthopedic doctor. And so I'm going to be here on base for a little bit. So you're going to hear some jets and stuff. But yeah, man, there is a CRA that has been proposed from a congressman from Texas, but let me get directly into the specifics. I have it right here. It would effectively, and it's for diesel, it's specifically targeted towards diesel trucks with emission systems that are too expensive to replace. Repeal Section 203 of the Clean Air Act, Part A, subsection 3, defeat devices. CRA would make defeat devices allowable if the vehicle is used for farm or off-road use 10% of the time. Or, and there's an extra section here, or if the system has exhausted its useful life and replacement, or system has exhausted its useful life and replacement of that system would cost more than 15% of the vehicle's actual cash value. Now, we all know that a lot of our amazing diesel trucks, from even the, like, you could get like a 20, I mean, they've been putting EGRs on there for a minute, but you know, DEF and stuff I think started after 2010, right? So say you have like a 2013 Silverado and you got DEF on it, and all this other crap. Now, if it costs more than 15%, oh, they got the bad boys out today, the Raptors, I apologize. They're always beautiful to watch, by the way. If it's more than 15% of the vehicle's actual cash value, you could legally delete it. That's what this is. It's specifically a repeal on defeat devices that meet very specific guidelines. And I told you what those were. Now, who's going to enforce or find out if your truck is being used as a farm or off-road vehicle 10% of the time? I mean, my guy Dizzle in Motion, who a lot of you guys follow here, he takes his ZR2, which is gasoline, by the way, off-road all the time. So I guess if he just takes it off-road once a week, is that 10% of the use? I don't know how they're going to calculate that, but I think this is done on purpose. But we all know that to replace these emission systems, the DEF, system, or a DPS, diesel particulate filter, or anything else, is a massive pain in the ass, and it is extremely expensive. So I'm willing to bet, some of these older trucks, and I say older, I mean like trucks that are approaching 10, 12 years old, to replace those emission systems is probably going to be damn close to 15% of the actual cash value. Again, who's going to determine that? I love that the CRA is directly going this isn't like, oh, now we can delete the truck. It is, if they pass the CRA, if the CRA makes it through, there's no question it's legal to delete it. It would literally repeal the section that deals with defeat devices. That goes for gas and diesel. It would literally make defeat devices legal. Damn. And like I said, we have a ton of news I got to try to get to today. And I'll give you some of them in case you want to come through and look at some of the stories later today. We got Senator Mullen reintroducing a bill. We got an update on the Transportation Freedom Act, which is also taking a shot. It's more towards farmers. So similar to what we talked about here with this CRA, but they're adding in this stuff for farm vehicles. What else? There's an update on the president directing GSA to sell all the EV cars. Where's the other one? I know there was more than one senator that just proposed something. Anyways, there's a few. But like I said, it is... there's a lot of news coming today. But this was big news. I didn't want to wait on it. I wanted to let you guys know. So, look, if this goes through and that rule or they pull that back out of the Clean Air Act, yeah, they can still go after companies that are like polluting the water or the air or whatever, right? But it means they can never go after anybody or bother anybody about defeat devices ever again. And that's why it's huge news. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think this has been a long time coming. You know, I see the comments, there's people in the comments like, I remember when weed was illegal and it took so long for that to be, you know, accepted. They're never going to accept diesel because people are going to roll coal and they're going to screw it up for everybody. And I'm like, nope. I knew it was going to be a matter of time. Now, full disclosure, it's still going to require that these congressmen push this through and the Senate approve it. Now, what I find interesting is if they're tweaking the Transportation Freedom Act, already talking about farm vehicles, diesel vehicles, light duty, heavy duty diesel vehicles on that bill, right, which is in committee right now in the Senate. It means that some of this stuff, and I told you guys this when it came to this emission stuff, that some of this stuff was going to, from all of these different bills, were going to bounce back and forth. They were going to, each of them were going to pull different ideas from each other's bills until we got solid bills that basically destroy all of this crap from California CARB to the rest of it. But this is the most positive news yet that I've seen for diesel deletes yet, period. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.